there was one business executive who was having a very difficult time with his business. Everything's going down the hill. Creditors were after him, and so he was at the fringe of losing everything. And so he decided to take a walk in a park, and he sat down on a park bench with his hands in his hand, head in his hand, hands in his head. That'll be interesting. And then he decided to sit there and contemplate, think about it. And so at that time, an old man came and sat next to him and said, "Son, seems like you can use some help." And so he spilled all his beans over to him about all the problems and things like that. And then he just listened, the old person just listened, and then at the end he said, "I can help you." So he pulled out a checkbook and wrote a check and gave it to him, and then he and then he said, "You don't worry about it. So after 1 year, you come back to this same place, at the same bench, and then you can pay me back." And then he left. And then the business executive, he looked at the check, and it was $500,000. Excuse me. $500,000, and it was signed as John D. Rockefeller. Isn't that nice? I won't tell you which park. And so he went back home and thought, I can't do this. I can't use this check. So he put it in a safe box, and then he started working on his business, but he thought, I have a cushion here if I need it, some cushion of money. And so his business turned around and became very successful. And then after 1 year, he had no problem with his business, so he went back to the park to return the check. And then suddenly the old man was sitting there. And so before he could say anything, a nurse was running around and came to them and said, "Thank God, I finally found you." And she told the business executive, "I hope he wasn't bothering you. He keeps running away from rest home and telling everybody he's a Rockefeller." And so we all need some encouragement, support. It's not that, somebody's support we are dependent upon, but that support helps us to regain our own strength and power that is within us.